back-to-back conference champs. Another commit. It don't get no better than this. It really don't get no better than this. Back-to-back conference champs. American conference champs at that. Florida Atlantic. And look at this. Look at this. Whole year done went by. We've been fighting, scratching, and clawing to be number one the whole year. We done got as far as 2. They bounced us back to 3 multiple times. We stayed at 3. And now we done finally became number 1 overall in the nation. It don't get any better than that. What Emmitt Smith said, how sweet it is. How sweet it is. Number 1 in the nation. Finally, they done put some respect on our name. Gotta love it. Wilkie Denard, American Defensive Player of the Week, 5 tackles for loss, 1 sack. You know? Cam Fancher, American Offensive Player of the Week, 344 yards, 7 tutties, no interceptions. It was a massive conference championship game. And then we got Coach Blackman, Coach of the Year. So this is like the NCAA honors or something like that. So let's see who else we got awards with. Okay, so the Broyles Award went to George Longoria, our offensive coordinator. So coordinator with another award yet again. So he's probably going to leave us for a better opportunity. So Ty Simpson ends up winning the Heisman Trophy Award. 3,969 yards, 50 tutties, 10 interceptions. Not as efficient as Cam, but best defensive end. Gavin Marcelin. 8 sacks, 11 tackles, 26 tackles for loss. Somewhat of a breakout year for the young boy. Zemo, best running back. 217 carries, 1,972 yards, 23 touchdowns. Huge year. Surprised that they left him so far down the list as far as the Heisman Trophy is concerned. Then the breakout defensive star, best defensive back, Antonio Smith, 5 interceptions, 34 tackles, 1 tutty. Huge year. I told y'all he was on the rise. He was breaking out, and now he got the accolades to prove it. Zeri Horton, best linebacker, 1 interception, 8 tackles. It's not displaying his sacks. I'm going to have to go look at his stats. But I'm pretty sure that's a key contributor to him winning best linebacker award for 2025. So a lot of accolades for a lot of our players. We on a bye week. Let's see what these job offers looking like. Even though we're not leaving. So we got Auburn want to offer us offensive coordinator, Nebraska head coach, Rice head coach, Wisconsin offensive coordinator. Some decent offers, some nice offers. But, you know, we standing pat. We standing pat. We staying where we are. And we not budging. Because the goal was to build a dynasty. We haven't even won a championship yet. So we can't go anywhere until we've won a championship, and the goal of a dynasty is to create a dynasty. And in order to create a dynasty, you can't win just 1 championship. We have to win at least 3 in a row. Well, I'm going to say at least 2, but a dynasty is 3. But I'm not going anywhere until we get at least 2 in a row. But I want to kind of build up a low key like Nick Saban type aura for Florida Atlantic. So I got to put in at least 10 years before I even decide to go anywhere else. But it appears that recruiting season is over. So we don't have any more hours allocated. So whatever these guys are at right now is pretty much what we stuck with. As we advance more each week, whoever decides they want to do what, you know, it's out of our hands at this point. We done all we can do. So now I'm starting to wish that I would have allocated more hours and time towards Willingham and Gammon than I did, because I wasn't paying attention and I forgot when the cutoff was as far as recruiting. So we kind of stuck where we at, as far as recruiting wise and the points and everything like that. So staff moves. A lot of staff members fired yet again. That's to be expected, because Not everybody is gonna be good. You're gonna have some people that are flat out bad and have been bad for a couple seasons or so. So of course they're gonna get fired. And of course other teams are gonna go out looking for other coaches. I just don't like how we always get screwed because every time, just because we're having a good season, and it always seems to be our offensive coordinator too. It's never really our defensive coordinator for some reason. But it's always our offensive coordinator who ends up getting poached by somebody else. But I guess it's a compliment, but it doesn't do nothing for our coaching stability. It makes us look terrible. So I don't know how much of an impact that has on these recruits coming in, but can't have a university that's constantly having turnover with the coaching staff. Now, granted, the turnover isn't happening with the head coach, but it's happening with the coaching staff. That could affect our players, specifically at the position of, like, on the offensive side. So, players of the week: Peter Woods for Clemson and Rocco Beck for Iowa State. Heisman winner, award winners. Let's check out the bracket. So this is what the bracket looked like. USC versus Ohio State is set in stone round one. That's going to be a really good matchup. Then you got Bama versus Iowa State, Michigan versus North Carolina State, and Georgia versus Tulane in the first round, with Florida Atlantic, Miami, and Oregon with Texas A&M all having bye weeks. This is bracketology for you right here. This is bracketology. It's like March Madness, but not quite. A lesser version, should I say. So this is what we're working with. This is what we got going on moving forward. See what all Americans we got. So Zemo ends up being a first team All-American at the running back position. Then, is that all we got? Anybody else? Scroll. Yeah, no. We'd have nobody else for a first team All-American. Second team All-American, do we have anybody else? Freshman, do we have anybody on the freshman? Doesn't appear to be. All right, so that looks like that's about it as far as the awards go and accolades. We can go ahead and advance. Check out. Okay, so we got ourselves another commit with Anthony Sims. Locked in another one. So at least that's good. We didn't completely drop the ball there. Still locked in at number one, so that's good. Because I know there was teams that were playing this week, but it didn't affect us. So even though we didn't play, we're still locked in with, and we got up. Oh, that was the first round of the playoffs. Okay, so I'm bugging. That was the first round of the playoffs that took place that week. So of course we're not gonna move. We're locked in at number one, and we are facing off against Ohio State in round two of the college football playoff. Nice. So this should be an interesting matchup. It should be a challenging one. But after going through the adversity that we faced year one against Oregon, at least in this one, it's on mutual ground. And we should have a little bit of edge facing off against Ohio State. So I like it. I like what we got going on, but we're going to go ahead and cut it there. You know, again, as always, I appreciate you all for tuning in. If you made it this far and you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with all college football 25 content, whether it be tutorials, updates on the game, Dynasty rebuild, etc., as well as Madden. So that's been my time. I appreciate you all. Till next time, peace.